Ben Walker wiped the grease from his hands and let out a tired sigh. The sun had already gone down, but his garage walker's auto repair was still lit. Just as he was thinking about closing, a quiet voice came from the doorway. "Excuse me, sir." Ben looked up and saw a boy, maybe 10 years old, sitting in a worn-out wheelchair. One wheel looked ready to fall off. Standing beside him was a tired-looking woman. Ben's heart sank as he took in the scene. The boy looked up at Ben with big, hopeful eyes. "My wheelchair's broken. Mom says we can't afford a new one, but you fix cars, so I thought maybe—" His voice trailed off. His mother stepped in, looking embarrassed. "I told him not to bother you," she said softly. "We just been raised a hand gently. I've fixed worse." He knelt down and checked the wheelchair. "If you let me tinker with it, I bet I can make it better than new." The boy's eyes lit up with excitement. That night, Ben stayed late at the shop. He didn't just fix the wheelchair, he transformed it. He replaced the old wheels, added new bearings, reinforced the frame, and even painted it a shiny blue, like a race car. The next afternoon, when Lucas rolled into the garage, his mouth dropped open. It's awesome," he shouted, spinning in happy circles. His mom wiped her eyes, holding back tears. "How much do we owe you?" Ben shook his head. "Nothing at all. Just promise me he enjoys it." Lucas hugged him tight. "You're the best, Mr. Walker." A few weeks passed, and Ben didn't think much about the wheelchair again. But one cool autumn morning, he heard strange noises outside his shop. When he stepped out, his jaw dropped. A sleek private jet had landed at the small airstrip nearby. Walking toward him was a man in a sharp suit, and beside him, smiling wide, was Lucas in his blue wheelchair. "Mr. Walker," Lucas shouted. The man shook Ben's hand. "I'm James Reynolds, Lucas's uncle." Ben's eyes widened. He recognized the name James Reynolds, the billionaire who owned one of the biggest tech companies in the country. James smiled and glanced at his sister, who stood quietly behind them. "She didn't want to tell me," he said. "She said you helped out of pure kindness. But once I found out, I had to meet you myself." Ben scratched his head, feeling awkward. "It was just a wheelchair, sir." But James shook his head. "To you, maybe. But to Lucas and our family, it meant the world." Ben was about to say something when James handed him a small envelope. Curious, Ben opened it, and his eyes widened. Inside was a check for more money than he'd ever seen. "I can't accept this," Ben said, stunned. James gently interrupted. "You can't. People like you deserve it. And I want you to keep helping others the way you helped my nephew." Ben stood silent, heart pounding with emotion.